Good morning to all of you present here today. Thank you, each one of you, for being here with us today. I feel very privileged to open this event amid such brilliant young minds, and I'm pleased to welcome you all to the inaugural session of the Projectathon Internship for the Navi Mumbai and Mumbai zone for the Group 1. Today, we have with us interns and faculty members, experts from Datta Meghe College of Engineering, Bharati Vidyapit College of Engineering, AP Shah Institute of Technology, Lokmanya Tilak College of Engineering, Kalsekar Technical Campus, Terna Engineering College, and Atharva College of Engineering. I would like to thank the in charges and coordinators of these colleges, Mr. C.M. Raut sir, Gyan Shekharan sir, Pankaj Jadhav sir, Sonal Jain ma'am, Dilip Radkar sir, Rajesh Zavare sir, Gokhale sir, Rajeshri Rokde ma'am, and all the others, their colleagues and experts who have joined along with them. Also, a huge thank you for all the interns in enrolling to this internship, and we hope that this path that you have chosen uh, takes you towards enlightenment in entrepreneurship and your startup journey for the future. As you all know, Projectathon, as you have seen in the collateral shared by us through all these days, Projectathon is India's first and largest program aiming to revolutionize the way college projects are done and leverage them for success for the institute, for faculty, and most importantly, for the students. It is backed by Reen Labs and a team of eminent educationists, corporates, and investors looking to evangelize startups and future research and product development through quality project works done in colleges in Pan India. Projectathon is powered by Innovation Hub, which is a Reen Labs initiative. Now, I would just like to share my screen. Give me a moment so that I could take you through what Reen Labs Innovation Hub exactly is. Just a moment. As you may now see on screen, Projectathon is a revolutionary program to do your projects the industry way, powered by Innovation Hub, a Reen Labs initiative. All of you have been associated with Reen Labs for a very long time now, but some of the students may not know what Reen Labs exactly is, and this is just to share some light on the same. Reen Labs was set up with a view of making difference to the innovation ecosystem in India. Since 2014, Reen is conducting co-curricular programs in engineering management colleges in subjects like research skills, entrepreneurship skills, product development skills. Our reach to date has been around 400 plus institutions across India, 10,000 plus students, 5,000 plus lecturers, 500 plus startups, and 200 plus college projects, and many more. We have had continuous presence as judges in Smart India Hackathon, Yukti, MSINS Startup Yatra, and a variety of Ministry of Education programs focused on innovation and entrepreneurship. Our online lectures have also had a pretty good response pan-India. This entire program is powered by Innovation Hub, which is a platform for students and faculty in education institutes to learn, collaborate, create, share, and showcase their research and entrepreneurial work within similar-minded complementary community comprising of education institutes, experts, mentors, VCs, and corporates. Here's a glimpse of our network and our associations where we have been acknowledged contributors in increasing this network and innovation ecosystem. This entire program has been conceived and created by our top academicians and industry veterans. Some of them are on your screen right now. Introducing our CEO and internship coordinator for the Navi Mumbai zone for this Projectathon internship, Mr. Saurabh Sinha. A serial social entrepreneur, Mr. Sinha, was with the leadership team of Ugam Solutions. They recently got acquired by Merkle for over 800 crores. He has built several merchandising and marketing platforms for digital retail and involved with creating and selling multi-million-dollar startups. He runs Contexio, one of the top 3 agencies of India, servicing global e-commerce retailers. Contexio works with Tata's, Reliance, Flipkart, Walmart, Amazon to deliver information solutions employing over 150 plus analysts. He also runs a Gurukul and Abhyasika network in Raigad and Mumbai focused on offering a co-curricular program of education for children through Takshashila Prabodhini. He runs Reen Labs, a social incubator focused on helping college kids create and build social startups and products during college. He is also on the national panel of judges and mentors for Ministry of Education, Smart India Hackathon, and Yukti. Currently, he is also a mentor with SIBA and Ministry of Education's national panel for Smart India Hackathon and Yukti. Further, before start up with the session, I would like to make a few announcements. For ease of administration, we have restricted the chat and we have given limited access for chat. So all of you will be centrally muted and your chats will be disabled for that period of time. Sufficient time will be given at the end of this session for Q&A. Also, all the faculty and students are requested to have a pen and paper handy to make note of all the important things discussed today, as also the doubts that require more clarity. Now, just give me a moment and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Purti. Good morning to all of you. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay. First and foremost, thank you for making the time for this internship. Thank you to all the colleges and the coordinators for ensuring that students are there for the same. As all of you know, we are starting off today with the session 1 on the internship for US students under the banner of Innovation Hub and PROJECTATHON. So while we go ahead and do this thing, I would seriously request, guys, this is something that we are doing as industry for you. It is for the benefit of students as also something that will be helpful for you going forward. In order to ensure that we are having our maximum attention and make good use of the time, I will ensure this gets over within 1 hour's time so that you all are not spending more time in hearing, but you're actually doing something. But during the course of the session, seriously urge all of you that please make sure that you keep your videos on so that we know that you are paying attention. The last time we were conducting some sessions, there were people walking around in forests, so that was not making sense. So please make sure that you are there and paying attention on the same. Secondly, whenever we have our other sessions on the internship, there will be about 4 or 5 more sessions. I would request that the college students come together in one room and then you have the session with us. That will ensure that there is participation and collaboration because there will be some team exercises we'll be giving to all of you. So don't look for the other guys. I think it'll be good if all of you can put on your cameras. That will help out a lot. I understand today you may be in different situations, not fully serious on the whole thing. You may have something going on in the background. Don't mind that. Go ahead and put on your cameras. That will just help us in connecting better with all. Now to begin with, we have teams today from Atharva, from Bharti, Terna, AP Shah, Lokmanya Tilak, Datta Meghe, and Kalsekar. I'm assuming that most of the folks are available and the teachers can ensure that everybody will be there. If anybody lands up missing the session, just in case, for this internship, only for today, because it is the starting, we'll take it a little lightly, but going forward, that won't be the case. Folks who are not able to attend the internship sessions will not be considered for the internship. We will not be able to go ahead and certify you as participants for this internship. Across the internship, there are going to be certain exercises that we will be giving you. And in those exercises, we will want participation and corresponding documentation from you happening on our platform. And only when that data is available, will we be able to go ahead and certify and make sure that you get a properly recognized industry certificate for your work. So make sure all of you are contributing and encourage your team members to do this. I think I'll not waste much time in the administrative part. Let's go ahead and get started with the session for today. Just confirm to me when the screen is visible. Purti, we are on? Awesome. Okay, great. So folks, I have a 35-minute thingy with you, which I will be taking you through today so that you understand what is it that we are expecting from you in this internship. After that, we'll open it up for Q&A, and I would expect a lot more questions happening at that time. Folks, I think an introduction about us has been given, but as we get into the subject, I just wanted to underline the importance of what you're going to be doing in the next few days as a part of this internship. When we look at the way the country and the economy of this country and the world is going, you will realize a few things. That there is a very big gap that is going to be emerging going forward in the total amount of jobs that are going to get created in the market versus the total number of people who are going to be available for jobs. We always hear about unemployment. We always hear about, the number of jobs are not as many as the number of people who are there. And it is a fact. And it is a fact globally, actually. It is not just about India. And there's a reason for the same. As all of us try and encounter artificial intelligence, various tools, machining, and so on, a lot of the tasks will start getting automated. And some of the surveys that we have come across, and we keep coming across all the time, show us something like that in reality, the larger companies are offering fewer jobs, whereas the informal sector is actually offering much larger jobs. So after we went, in 1991-92, India kind of went and became open to the whole world. And as we joined the global economy, after a few years, some surveys were done, which told us that more than 10-15 crore jobs were actually coming from smaller companies, which were only MSMEs, which only had about 10-15 employees or maybe fewer employees. And very few jobs were coming from the larger companies. So let's understand that as we all go ahead and work in our engineering and move forward, we will be having a case where the number of jobs available are going to be lesser and the number of jobs available in smaller companies are going to be much more. At the same time, the total jobs that are going to be there are going to be lesser, and therefore there will be a need to think around what do you do if that many jobs are not there. Let's look at the next slide, and you will find that. Just a moment. All of us are going to be suffering a very interesting dilemma. And this dilemma has been there for the longest time in the US economy and the European economy. But as India is kind of gearing up in its GDP and growing further, we will realize that the retirement ages are coming down. However, the life expectancy is going up, as all of us know. Now, what happens is that as a result, you will find that all of us will literally get into this phenomena where we will actually have two careers. What does that mean? It means that we will actually get to a point where all of us will have about 20-25 years of our first career, which starts after our graduate education. But at the age of 50, we will be expected to pivot again, and we will have to go ahead and be employable for ourselves or doing something till the age of 75 or 80. And that's going to be another good 20 years. As all of us will understand, if you look at the markets and you look at retired people, how do retired people make their living? So retired people make their living basically out of the savings that they have. And their savings are typically in an FD. They will put it in a fixed deposit and they will get some sort of money every month. Now, think about it in the following way. Globally, the interest rates in the market are running at about 5%. Okay, probably lower than that. Even in India, right now they have increased it, but over a period of time, they will fall in the range of 4 or 5%. When they are at 4 or 5%, and if you thought for what is the real expense that you have as an individual or as a family, on a monthly basis, even if we took something like 50,000 rupees is the expenditure for a family, and we try to look at how much money will be required in the bank so that you can get enough of money of 50,000 every month. I'm repeating the same thing again. If you need 50,000 rupees as a family today, and you have retired, you need an X amount of money in the bank to be able to get interest on the FD, which will give you these 50,000 rupees. For a moment, at 5% interest rate, and you calculated what is the amount of money you need in the bank, you will realize that the total amount of savings you need will be anywhere plus 2 crores. Now, everybody will have a lifestyle. Somebody can finish in 20,000 rupees a month. Someone can do 30,000 rupees a month. Someone could do more. But you will, on an average, on a minimum level, require about 2 crores of a bank deposit to service your life interests if you have retired completely. Now just go to think about it. You will realize that that's really never the case. You will never have this amount in your bank available all the time. So imagine 20 to 30 years from now, when you are sitting ready to retire at the age of 50, 55, and by then numbers would have changed. Would you be able to save about 2 crores to 2.5 crores? The answer is no. And that's when you will realize that you are getting into a zone when, even at the age of 50, 55, we will have to continue working. And what point I'm trying to make is that we have very clearly, like the rest of the Western economy, entered into the zone where everybody is going to have 2 careers in a life. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that the only option that we have now is that of being entrepreneurial. So if you will notice, Startup India, Stand Up India, hackathons, and variety of things being talked around by people in the market. But what we do not realize is that the reason behind it is that very clearly economists across the world have realized that jobs alone are not going to solve the problem of keeping people happy. We will need entrepreneurial capabilities which have to be built up. And therefore, the reason and point one that I want to enforce to you guys in this internship is, folks, this internship is going to be focusing on helping you build some critical entrepreneurial skills, because entrepreneurship is not an option anymore. It is going to be a necessity for you going forward. See around in your families, you'll find a lot of people who are at the age of 50, 55, they're struggling with having a job. Only the folks who've got some basic level of businesses are the ones who can still continue till the age of 65 or so. Therefore, let's understand the serious point number one is that entrepreneurship now is no more about an option. It is something that is compulsive for everyone. By the time you retire, you will have to get entrepreneurial, or you might want to get entrepreneurial somewhere in between. Now, considering all of you guys are the brighter lot in the college because you've been recommended by college for this internship, I think it's best that you understand the importance of getting ready for it while you are in college. And that's what I'm moving you next to, that in order to get ready for entrepreneurship, and why we are calling this an entrepreneurship development internship, is that we will build certain skills in you guys which are connected to the same. Let's look at one more reality. This is the second one. I think you've come across this many times. What is the state of the engineering graduates in India? Almost about 45% are only employable. And if you look at the regular graduates, the number lies at about 27% or so, which means there's a huge skill gap that exists in the market. Now, all of us are thinking around skill gaps are there. How do we make up the skill gaps? The skill gaps are in what arena? Now, you will be surprised that actually the skill gap in the Indian segment is not in artificial intelligence or machine learning or some of the other technical subjects. The real skill gap, if you look at the India Skills Report, which does a very comprehensive survey of students every year, actually lies in skills which are around business, finance, and what you will see in India, it's around problem solving, communication, flexibility, digital dexterity, and some critical things. If you look at this intently, and I would encourage you guys to look at this report, folks, if these are the areas where the real skill gap lies, very quickly you will understand that the engineering degree or the management degree you are doing or the diploma degree you are doing is not something that is going to be solving these problems. They will solve the technical issue of yours, but they are not going to go ahead and give you this information. And that's one very primary reason why you need to do internships in this area. You need to get exposure in these areas. You need to get experience in these areas. See, we go around hiring students outside. When we hire students every year, we only ask them a few questions. First thing that we ask them is, have you organized any program in your life? Be it a Ganpati Mandal program, be it a college event, be it whatever. Have you played sports in your life and group sports in your life? Then we go ahead and look at asking everybody to attempt, and you would have seen this many times, an aptitude test. Now think about it a little hard. You are an engineer. In your final year, Tata's comes and asks you to attempt an aptitude test. They don't ask you about how does a motor run. They don't ask you about how integrated circuits run. They don't ask you what is object-oriented programming. They may ask a little. But what is the primary qualifier? It's an aptitude test. Amazing, right? That means they are concerned not so much about your technical knowledge that they say we will train you, but they're actually concerned around your problem solving, communication, learning, digital dexterity, and critical thinking. What does that mean? That whether it was you or it was somebody else who had very good skills like that, he would have got a job? Well, interestingly, the answer is yes. All companies, even today, for the last 15 years, have been considering these skills as the most important skills and not really your technical skills. Because आप भी जानते हो आप engineering में क्या उखाड़ते हो और हम भी जानते हैं आप क्या करते हो. What we really know in engineering is known to all of us. So the point is that it is these applicable skills which matter, and therefore training in these skills is important. Here are some more types of skills which are important for all of us, and these are the real missing elements. That's the reason why this internship will be focused on building and helping you get a way to build these skills, the soft and the entrepreneurial. Okay. Now, if you look at it, you will realize that India is now on the cusp of one very big change which is going to happen, which is going to be called as the National Education Policy. This National Education Policy is going to rationalize the higher education institution syllabuses everywhere, and even they are exactly focusing on the same. My reason to bring this out to you was that there are some misconceptions at times, around, am I doing something technical? I'm not doing something like that. Guys, understand, it is these soft skills and entrepreneurial skills which are going to take you forward, not the technical skills, because those are skills you can acquire while you're working. But these are skills that you can acquire only in the early ages, not later. Look at this, skill-based internships. If you look at the AICTE guidelines, which is the model curriculum, very clearly they are recommending an internship which is in industry, but which focuses on some soft skills. Again, in the MSME industry. Why are all these being asked in the 4th and the 6th semesters? The reasons are very simple. Is that this is the skill which will actually increase employability and your ability to do better. Anyways, so that we've understood these 2 points, the need for these entrepreneurship and soft skills, we'll go into clearing 2 or 3 critical misconceptions that are there in everyone's minds before we start this program. What's the first one? I think the biggest one which we find when we talk to most students is that I am going to do a sales job or I'm going to do a technical job. If I am an engineer, I am technical. You will also realize that in a lot of your internships and project work that you do, you will be asked this question: is this a technical project? Is this a technical job? Are you in a core field or not? Folks, let's get one thing clear in our minds, and this I'm telling out of exposure for all these years with students like you and in the industry as well. That technical is a mindset. When Virat Kohli or Dhoni play a game, they play it with a technical mindset. When we play badminton in the evening, it is with a non-technical mindset. So a problem can be solved with a technical mindset, and a technical issue can be left unsolved if a person doesn't apply his mind properly. It's all about your mindset. So let's get this thing clear that it is not about which field you are in. It is about what mindset you have. What is a technical mindset? It's a systematic mindset. It's a mindset which closes problems systematically. It organizes thought systematically. You can attempt a very strong technical problem without a technical mindset also, and you will do it go down the drain. But you can solve some very, very large, big problems with a technical mindset. So it's all about the mindset creation. It's not really about the degree you carry. बहुत सारे हम लोगों ने engineers देखे होंगे जिनका technical mindset नहीं. Likewise, they will see many people who are non-engineers, but they have a technical mindset. And that's what you need to understand. So start differentiating between these 2 things. Don't think that if you're doing an engineering degree, you're becoming technical. You all know how technical you are. And likewise, if somebody is not doing his engineering, doesn't mean he doesn't have a technical. Technical means going systematic. Technical means organizing things and closing. Another misconception. Am I doing mechanical? Is this core branch related? Is this internship about computer science? Is this about instrumentation? Folks, instrumentation, mechanical, electrical, civil, electronics, telecom was created in the 1960s. When engineering education was a way to become an apprentice in a machined workshop. Today, nobody asks you whether you're a civil engineer from IIT. They ask you whether you are an IITian or not. Why? Because the IIT environment teaches you some skills. When you do electrical, you do electronics, you do mechanical, it doesn't matter. And you will see its example also. Nowadays, there are courses on mechatronics. What does it mean? The field conception or misconception is something that we have to do away with. Unfortunately, even today, we give seats in our colleges based on that. But this will change. You will realize this change coming in. In some days, you will see in the new education policy that mech can go into elect can go into electronics. It's not about these fields. Take the classic example. Software is something that is today done by everybody. It is no more computer sciences only. When companies come from software side, they become civil engineers also. Why? Because they're looking at it, whether a technical mindset has got set. They're not really looking at the core skill there. So let's get away from these problems. And some of you, when you will talk to your faculty, unfortunately, because faculty come from that time, senior faculty come from those times. So they will keep telling you this stuff, that core or your mechanical field or electrical field. No, boss, the world has changed. Today, the world is all about mixed. It's all about collaboration. It's all about having multidisciplinary work. And that's why the new education policy is going to focus also on multidisciplinary engineering, not so much around one. Another one, a government job, a private sector job, a 9-to-5 job. I think everybody wants this, right? Everyone wants to go ahead and get security from the government. Well, the good news or the bad news for all of you is there's not going to be many government jobs left going forward. Second, because globally it doesn't happen. I think we have been living in those 60s mindset where government will come and give jobs. That's not going to happen, guys. Okay? They are going to reduce jobs because they can't handle things properly. Second, this 9-to-5 job is a concept of the worker's age, where you were sitting and doing one thing repeatedly. Because you did one thing repeatedly, in about 8 hours or so, you would just completely saturate. That's the reason why these 9-to-5, 8-to-5 hours-based jobs were there. In today's times, it's not about 9-to-5. In today's job times, it is about working for 4 or 5 hours only, but you're on all the time. So the world is changing in the terms that the smarter in the thinking economy knows how to do things faster because they have tools. And because you have tools, what has come to the fore is that people work typically about 5-6 hours a day. But when they do 5-6 hours a day, their net productivity is better than about 10 to 20 hours of a machine. And that's why we are moving towards an intelligent economy, a smarter economy. So it's not about a 9-to-5 job as much as it is about using 4 to 5 hours, but with great application. And it could happen anytime in the day. So please keep a track of this because this internship will help you create some skills in those arenas. Finally, some of you feel that, hey, I can't be a CEO, I can't be a CTO, I can't be a particular skill. If you are not a CEO material, if you are not a CTO material, at least make sure you be with a few of them. When you work on this internship, one of the things we will encourage you is work with this team of yours. All of you as a team of interns will work together and you can see some CEO, CTO, CMO skills in each other. Today, it's all about staying with them and learning from them by observing them. It's not about having all the skills in yourself. The age of Superman is gone. As you can observe today, there is no Superman anymore. Now you have Iron Man, you've got other kinds of people, and they are also not complete. They also get defeated. So the age of Superman was 1970s. It's gone. You won't have one person who has all the skills, but you will have many people who can learn from each other and adapt and gain skills. So if you don't have it in you or you feel I am not having the skill, doesn't matter. Stay with the people who have the skills. And in this internship group of 6 to 12 students, you will have people who will have skills. So work with them, learn with them, and learn to observe them. Finally, one misconception necessary for everyone to break. Some of us feel I am a techie and I'm not very outgoing in nature. I'm not somebody who can become an entrepreneur. Very conversely, some people think I'm a non-techie. And therefore, how can I become an entrepreneur? All the startups today are technical startups. These are mindsets you will see in most people. Now, I thought that in order to go ahead and make you guys think around this, let me just go ahead and put down photos of some of the people who are there, who are very popular entrepreneurs. People who have built businesses, people who have done things at very, very large numbers. We know all of these guys. The question is still the same. I am a techie. I'm not outgoing. I'm shy as a person. How can I be an entrepreneur? The second question is, I don't know technology. How will I become an entrepreneur? So to dispel this misconception, I thought I'd put some photos and I'll add one thing to this. See this grid. I've tried to put the same people in a 2x2 grid, where on the left axis, you will see I have put down all the outgoing personalities, people who are generally not shy. Then they're able to connect with people, talk to people, they're flamboyant. People who are shy, who are actually not outgoing, very reserved. And I've taken techies and non-techies. You will observe, see this quadrant. All of these guys are non-techies. Non-techies from a graduation point of view. Maybe they have a degree or so. But they are technical from mindset. And they're all very shy. So guys, please understand, entrepreneurship is not about an outgoing, flamboyant person or necessarily a techie. Even each of these guys are all very shy as individuals. They're not people who come out and are very flamboyant. These two do, because US is a little like that. But again, it's very well known that Bill Gates and our fellow, they are not people who were very outgoing by nature, private people in nature. Yeah, the outgoing guys are here, but they are again non-techies. Although I think Anand Mahindra is, but the point that I want to try to tell you is that there are a lot of misconceptions we have about, can I be an entrepreneur? Can I not be an entrepreneur? Well, guys, you can all be one. Okay. And you can definitely be one with a basic mindset. So let's begin our journey now towards the journey of how we can go ahead and use this internship to do well. Okay. As a part of this internship, we are going to go ahead and give you certain tasks. And each of these tasks, we are going to go ahead and recommend you that you use experiential learning as the way to learn. As all of you know, there are many learning styles. Some people understand things visually. Some people understand through audio. Some people understand through logic. Some people understand by teaching. Some people understand by hearing. One of the ways of teaching things is that of experiential learning, where we give you certain exercises and we expect you to do an experiment, do an activity, review, get to the concept, and continue this cycle till you go ahead and learn or have something coming into your mind. So what is it that we will be expected to do as an internship group? Okay. As an internship group, we will be going ahead and training you across these 6 types of skills. Okay. It's a 6 to 8 week internship. It will have some sessions, but these are the 6 to 8 type of skills that we will try and give you tasks around, which you have to build in yourselves. Whether you build it well or you don't build it well is a secondary question. But this internship will give you exercises where we will expect you to work on these. If you work on these areas and deliver the results, we will verify your results, discuss with you, give you feedback, and ensure that you get better at it. That's why get one promise in your head very clear. If you understand whatever I've told you so far, there is a need for soft skills, there's a need for entrepreneurial skills. These skills are 6 critical skills that you need to have in you. And this internship is what you are going to use to build those skills, and you are committed to it, then continue with this internship. It will be a very light-hearted one. It's not going to be very heavy. There's not too much of theory and theorems. It's all going to be around doing some activities together. So if we can do those activities together, I will hope that it will help you also. And then when you see the activities, you will realize some other advantages also. So these are the 6 key skills which I will be going ahead and telling you. My reason to start with selling and marketing is that please understand, every one of us has to, at some point of time, sell and market ourselves. We cannot go ahead and build ourselves up if we're not going to sell and market ourselves. It is a necessary skill that all of us need to have. Okay. So therefore, let's try and make a beginning right away. Just a moment. What will we do as this internship group? Well, here are the things. We will be doing 3 tasks and 3 reviews. Okay. So we'll have overall 6 sessions. Today is the first session, where we will be giving you 3 major tasks, and those major tasks will be reviewed interimly. Okay. So there'll be 6 sessions that we have, starting with this one. So another 5 to go from here. There will be week or 2 week tasks in which I want you to go ahead and work as a team and make something happen. What are the tasks that we have? So there are 3 core tasks that we are going to be doing. Task number 1 is concept selling. Okay. Task number 2 is event organizing. And task number 3 is a finale where you will connect with industry. Okay. I'll come to these later. Let's first begin with the first one. As regards the ones below, well, every time you do concept selling, I will check with you next week or next to next week how well you all are doing, and we will do a review. When you organize the event, we will do a review of how you are planning it out. When you organize your industry reach out, I will discuss with you and review with you how you are doing. Okay, so basically, we will attempt this concept selling now as the first task, and we will go ahead and try and at some point of time review how well you all are doing, and then you will do your execution. What's the concept selling that we are looking at? So imagine that there is going to be some sort of a thing that we will give you, which you will be going ahead and trying to concept sell. Good news is that you will be doing this within your campus. Okay, I've just put down pictures so that you understand what is in concept selling. You will be probably putting up a kiosk, you'll probably put up a help desk, you'll probably do some digital marketing to your crowds, and you will try to explain certain things to them. Okay, so this is the task one that all of you are supposed to, as a group, handle. What is the product? We will come to it later. But this is task one. I hope everybody is clear about this. The next one that you will be doing is you will organize an event. Okay, what it is, I will come to it in a moment. But basically, there is going to be an event that we will be expecting all of you to organize. Okay, this event will have certain parts to it. You will have to plan it out and think around how this has to be. The third one is where we will want you as individuals and groups to go and meet industry. Okay, you will be going and meeting industry, connecting with them, and doing a task with them. So these are the three types of things. First is selling to your own crowd within the college. Second, organizing something within your college. And third, going out to industry and then doing something with them. I hope we are clear about these three. Okay. So now let's come down to what's it that we are going to be trying to sell. Okay. See, typically, if you look at an offering that we are trying to sell, be it a product, be it a service or something, you have two types of offerings that are there. There are some low value offerings which are very simple. It's like a gadget, you know, here is a gadget. This is my cell phone. Okay, here are its advantages, here are its features. Very easy to sell. People can see, feel, understand it. It's very easy for them. And the product that is there is the one, its quality decides whether you can sell it or not sell it, sometimes the price. Okay. Now, what is a little difficult is what is called as concept selling, where you are going to go ahead and try to sell a concept. It is a little intangible because it's very difficult for people to understand what is there. It is not easy for them to touch and feel it. Okay, so what we will be doing is we will go ahead and have you work on this high value complex intangible concept. Okay, the reason I'm asking you to do this is because this is something that will be an exposure of sorts for you. Some of you may have already done it, given that you are IIC team members, but this will help you understand certain more modalities of selling compared to others. What is the concept? Well, the concept is simple, as it is self-explanatory. I think some of you would have guessed it, is that we will go ahead and as a team, as our task number one, sell this activity to sell this program to our student team members, which we call as Projectathon. Now, question, what is Projectathon? Okay. As all of you know, we are all trying very hard to build an environment of entrepreneurship, build an environment of product development, research within colleges. And Projectathon, in simple terms, is basically a program for project work development in such a way that you can go ahead and leverage it better. It's basically a 48-hour program which is comprised of 3 hackathons, which will happen where students will be working on trying to either go ahead and build a research project, work on a prototype development project, or work on a startup idea and make their submission. Okay. Let's just understand the need for the same today. See, if you look at for students, okay, Projectathon basically is an opportunity for them to be able to do their college project work better. Now, why is it needed? All of us are looking for a job or are going to do our masters or will probably try and do some entrepreneurial work. Depends on what we'll end up doing. Larger people are going to be doing their jobs. Some will do their postgrad and few will get into startups just in case. But what is it that is there in your curriculum that is your key differentiator? See, we all know jobs are reducing. We all know big industry is not giving many more jobs. So what is it that makes you stand out in the crowd? If you look at your marks, you will realize everyone's marks are almost the same. Someone has 58, someone has 65, someone has 62, someone has 70. And sometimes it's so bad that if the college is bad, then there are better marks. Worse the college, better the marks. Now, in such a case, marks is no more a differentiator. What you don't realize is that when you will attend some mock interviews and talk to your seniors, all those who have got placed, they will all tell you this thing, that the key thing that every campus interview people ask is, what was your college project work? And what did you do in that? Because this is the only exercise that is done every single year by students where you are getting an opportunity to apply what you have done. And that's why having this good quality project work is a must. But there are some problems with this good quality project. Okay. If you look at your resume versus the resume of a tier 1 institution, an IITN's resume, what's the difference? You will realize that the big difference is that the quality of the college is better, so they'll end up getting better opportunities. But what is it that a student needs to do from an average grade college? All of us are in tier 2 colleges. What do we do? Here's the answer. I'm just giving you a glimpse of 2 resumes. See the difference. And now let's look at this as a difference. For a moment, just imagine. If you are able to say that I am an IITN and I am coming from there, versus I am from AP Shah, I have done 5 research projects which are 5-star in rating, and industry, third-party industry has rated me. Industry certificate I have got. I have done 3 design prototypes where I have got a rating of 4 out of 5. And I have done 3 startup ideas where I have a rating of 3 out of 5. The only way that you can actually change the way your weight of your resume is when you land up using these college projects smartly. Folks, understand this point. All of you have the same curriculum as what an IITN has. If he gets 60% marks and you get 80% marks also, कुछ फर्क पड़ेगा. फर्क कहाँ पड़ेगा? फर्क तब पड़ेगा when you go ahead and have college projects which are rated by industry. Not your Gharguti college projects, where you are doing the project inside your college. Because they all know professor has to mark it, इसलिए professor marks it. In fact, in some places, the people are also buying and copy pasting it. What a shame. I mean, what a waste of time. I presume most of us won't be thinking that way. But if you did this project well, and you could get industry to tell you that this project is good quality, very good work done, the weight of your resume suddenly starts increasing. And don't be surprised that the weight of that resume will become bigger than the IITN resume. Look at the curriculum. Every semester, they're expecting a project out. But what do? We just start one project in 3rd semester, then end it in 4th, then we do in 5th, then end it in 6th, then we do a final year project. But new education policy, AICTE, UGC, everybody is telling do project-based learning. Why? Because this project-based learning can actually make your resume much more better. And that's exactly what we're going to be trying to do through Projectathon. What will we end up doing? Look at this reality. Every year, 40 to 80 hours are spent by our students. Almost 26 crore man hours are lost every year in doing projects, but they are of bad quality. So the mission that we are taking up now is basically how do we revolutionize this project and make sure that this project does well for the student and for the college at large. How do we do it? It's going to be through Projectathon. Now, Projectathon is basically going to run on one platform called Innovation Hub. And through that one, we are going to help the students in helping them doing 5 things. Let's understand what Projectathon is all about. Okay. This is one slide I will want you to memorize and understand really well. By the way, the recording of this is available. You will be able to go ahead and look it up, but memorize this well. First, Projectathon is basically going to be a 48-hour hackathon that will be organized by you in your college. It will have 3 tracks. Researchathon, Designathon, and Startup Ideathon. Basically, it has got 3 avenues. We are collecting our students in one place. We are going to tell them about how to do things around researching, how to do prototyping, how to do idea share, and we will get them to work as teams, build their work, and upload it onto a platform called Innovation. Okay. Your first Projectathon has 3 parts. It has got basically a hackathon on 3 tracks: for research work, for design work, prototype work, and for startup work. Second thing, when you do Projectathon on the Innovation Hub platform, we are going to be offering you 2 very interesting types of help. One, you will be going ahead and getting access to a live database of about 150 plus ideas of various sectors. They are 1 minute, 2 minute videos on various sectors. You can go ahead and look at up what is the latest in defense, what is the latest in energy, what is the latest in communication. Typically what projects we do, we take Arduino chip and we put it somewhere and do some small things. That's not really project work. That can be done by even school students. When we were judging Yukti and Smart India Hackathon, we find this only, that children are still doing school level projects. Guys, that can be done very easily. What you need to do is connect with the problem industry wise. Energy sector ko kya chahiye, environment ko kya chahiye, telecom mein kya ho raha hai, robotic defense mein kya ho raha hai. When you think that way, the same idea starts to get a different definition. So you will be getting access to a database of ideas. You will be getting training on 3 sessions. The first one is how to conduct research. And it's simple, it's not complicated. Half an hour, you will understand how to do it. Likewise, how to build and design a prototype. Again, not more than 45 minutes, very easy to understand. And lastly, how to build a business model canvas for your startup. So most people don't understand how to build this business model canvas. It's an essential thing. So we will be conducting a hackathon where these lectures will happen on these 3 subjects. There are other lectures also. And once the students have heard these lectures, what we want them to do is adapt their already going on college project with this learning and then make a submission on Projectathon. What will happen on Projectathon? Well, for the students who subscribe to Projectathon, they will end up getting an industry panel to review their work and give them ratings and star ratings. An industry certificate will be given to everybody. Now imagine doing a project in college, certified by your teachers, versus doing a project in college and then getting industry to certify it. The value is immense. It will just change by value. And even if you get a 2-star, it's still far more valuable. So what we are doing in Projectathon is we are giving them a hackathon free. We are giving them training and access to databases free. And then for any student who wants to get his or her certification done of his project, there is a fees associated. More on that later. When you go ahead and submit your project for evaluation, you will be also considered for rewards and recognition, because these projects that you work on will be documented before industry. And that's the last one, which is showcase certificates on your profile, and your profile that you create on Innovation Hub will carry these certificates, which will then be shown to industry. So these are the 5 things in Projectathon. The first one, like I said, is a 48-hour hackathon, which has got 3 tracks. We then have a live database of ideas and some training programs. For students who decide to go ahead and take part in it and submit their finale for evaluation, on a subscription fee, they will get evaluation and they will get a certification from industry. You will have rewards and recognition, and then you will have some showcasing of your certificates and achievements. What are our goals? So, because every time we go ahead and attempt some sort of a task, there is always a goal associated. So let's get this thing clear. As a team, in your task number 1, which I am talking about, which is the task of concept setting, we want you to achieve the following goal. Okay. Of whatever I have explained to you in Projectathon and some more associated materials we will send out to you, we want you to go ahead and work around and try to tell students to participate in this hackathon or Projectathon. What you are expected to do is do the concept selling of making sure that everybody in your college, or maximum people in your college, attend this virtual session called this virtual set of sessions of the hackathon. They can come to college and do it in a room. They can go ahead and attend it online, but they should come ahead and be participative in this. You will get access to these live ideas. You will also get access to this training program. And then the ones who choose to go ahead and subscribe to get the industry certificate for their work, they can subscribe on the platform. So what are the goals that we are looking at? We are looking at 4 types of goals. As a part of concept selling, the goal for all of you is register your teachers on the Innovation Hub platform. We are looking at 25%, that is about 25 teachers to be registered. It's all free, by the way, okay? They can all come and create their profile on this network. Second, register about 500 students from your college on the Innovation Hub platform. Third, we are looking for 51 students at minimum to go ahead and subscribe to the Projectathon process of getting a certificate. We understand that all will not participate. We understand that all will not go ahead and create a project and submit it. Okay. But the point that we are trying to tell is that maximize the number of people who can get that industry certificate. So part 1 is registering on Innovation Hub and being part of the hackathon. Part 2 is if you decide that this hackathon is making sense and I can modify my project work and submit to get good industry accolades and certification, you can pay a small fees and you can go ahead and become a subscriber. When you become a subscriber, the target for that is 51. So as a team, you guys have to ensure that 50 to 51 students in your college go ahead and subscribe for this certification process. Lastly, which is the last stage, it's the industry connect stage. We will be encouraging you or teaching you how to approach MSMEs to come and become part of this event. Now, when you have gone ahead and attempted the hackathon and your students have gone ahead and done their projects, their prize distribution will happen as a finale where we will invite industry. And we want all of you as the last task to go and meet industry and call them to your college and become part of this network. Once they become that, you will start finding that opportunities of jobs will start coming from these industries themselves. And therefore, reaching to the industry and showing them the internship certificate you have got, showing them the project work that has got certified, will help creating more job opportunities within your college. So last stage is where you go to industry, MSME industry, and invite them into your college on one day. It could be a virtual call also, and you can go ahead and help them. You can go and tell them the work that you guys have done, showcase your projects, showcase your internship certificates, and thereby open more opportunities for us. Okay, so these are the 4 KRAs around which we are working for this entire program. The first 3 are the ones that you need to work on as far as the selling skills are concerned. 25 teachers to register, 500 students to register on Innovation Hub, and we need to ensure that about 50 odd students go ahead and subscribe to the program by get certification. What's it we have for you at the end of the tunnel? Well, here it is. First thing, the team which crosses more than 51, that is about 40K worth of registrations, will get a cash prize of 10% of the overall subscription fee. The subscription fee for every student is $799. So if it is $799 and there are 50 participants, we'll make about 40K or so, and therefore 10% of the subscription fee will be given out to this internship team as a mark of their success. Secondly, there will be a paid internship of 3 months, which will be given out to the top performers in every college, and we will be organizing that. Okay, so quickly going back and just rehashing the whole thing with you, guys, what we want you to do is basically do 4 tasks. There's a concept selling, there is a event organizing, 3 tasks, and then there is an industry connect. The first task is basically selling Projectathon as a concept to all your college students, teachers, and ensuring that you sell it in a way where you get at least 51 subscribers for the paid program, for the paid certification. The others can just upload their resume, they can upload their data and be on this network. In future, we will be getting industry to join into this. And because we will get industry to join into this, everyone's profile will be available to the industry for better job opportunities. What are the receivables for us? Well, If you cross the target of 40K paid subscribers, you will land a paid subscription fee. 10% of the subscription fee will be given as a cash prize to the teams who are associated. Likewise, the best performer in every college will get a paid internship. This is the intern zone. Now, I'll kind of end it with the following, that what is it that we are expecting from you as a team? Stage one will be develop a sort of a marketing plan, that is understand the offering of the product, think around what audiences, channels, collateral, time of the day you want to advertise, think around what collaterals you want to build out, flyers, reels, shorts, videos, slideshows, posters, whatever you may want to do. Third, you may want to plan for the hackathon. We are aiming to do the hackathon on the 25th, that is 2 weeks from now in your college. And we are hoping to have you guys then obviously go out to the children and tell them about the date and the time for the same. You can plan how you want to go about doing it. As also, you can then go ahead and go class-wise, appoint more in charges in every class. I mean, there are several ways in which you can do it. So I'll park it at this and I'll open it up for questions for all of you. I think all of you have been hearing the whole thing out. Let's just open the chat box for everybody. And if there are any vocal questions that everybody wants to ask, I think let's go ahead and open that up now. Yeah, go ahead. Aryan, tell me. You can introduce yourself as, and then you can tell about which college you are in and you can ask the question.
Okay, myself, Aryan Kumar. I'm from Apisha Institute of Technology.
Yes, Aryan.
And my question is that when we are going to approach the students, so what are we going to say that the project should be like? What things should they focus on and what should be their planning? Now, I have understood our planning, but what should we tell them to do?
Yeah, so I think we'll keep it really simple, is that all that we are telling them is that, boss, we are organizing a hackathon around 3 tracks. Okay, a research project बना सकते हैं आप उसमें, startup idea लगा सकते हैं आप उसमें, या एक prototype बना सकते हैं. In that hackathon, which is a 48-hour hackathon in our campus, we will be having some training sessions to start with. So please come and attend these training sessions. Okay, what we will do is there'll be about 40-minute lectures on research, on prototyping, and on a startup idea. Once they have attended that, we will sufficiently motivate them and explain them how they can file their projects for a better value for themselves. So this entire concept that we are talking about, that your project work is the one which is the differentiator you carry. We will repeat this again to them. You can also do the same, but we will tell them how to make their project work highly qualitative and then give them this avenue by, if you want, you can increase the value of your project work by getting third party to vet your case or basically certify you. So you have the option, if you and your team build a good project and you are thinking, okay, this is good, it will add to my value, you can always subscribe to the Projectathon program and then a panel will judge you and give you a certificate.
Okay, so we will be doing the lead generation, you will be doing the conversion, and we both will be doing the execution.
Good one. Yeah. So we will do you will do the lead generation and we will go ahead and try to get the conversion depending on how seriously they take it.
Correct.
Right? But we will train them on the essential skills. Please understand this entire program. Okay. Now we're running it with these 7 colleges. There'll be another 7, there'll be another 20. Like this, there are many colleges where this will happen together. We are trying to ensure that in the fastest possible way, we teach you those techniques which will make your project work become better in quality. Because what you are doing today is a sheer waste of time. It is not helping you stand out. So for nothing, it is just like, even if they attended those lectures, they will understand how they can make their work better. And if that quality of project work becomes better, either the idea becomes better or the way they go about and put it up better, it will help a lot.
Totally agree.
Okay. Anybody else? Any question? Folks, put on your cameras and ask your questions if you have to. It will help us because this is an internship for you. It's for your own benefit, and we are observing who all are participating. That's going to help us in doing more. Yeah, please ask something. Go ahead and ask the questions, please. You can put on your mics and ask the question. Teachers included, can please ask your questions. I think Qureshi ji has a question to ask. Please Anybody else has any other one?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Am I
good.
audible?
Yes, you're
So
audible.
actually, you said about selling the concept to the students, right? So the major doubt would be the most of the students we are handling here is about Mumbai University, if I'm talking. So
Mhm.
it is a rule that we have to use Arduino or Raspberry Pi for the SEM 2, SEM 3 and projects. So when we are approaching them, there has to be there would be a doubt that they would not get the right. I mean to say, they if we are talking about the industry certified, right? So we won't be working on Arduino or Raspberry because they are much of the outdated microcontrollers and processors. So how would we going to convince them about this point?
See, we are not telling that don't use Arduino. We are saying you use Arduino, but you at least present your case properly. Now, a lot of people use Arduino and they are using Arduino to look at why traffic signal बदल रहा है कि नहीं बदल रहा है, और road
Yeah.
के ऊपर energy आ रही है कि नहीं, and उससे
Yes.
signal empower हो रहा है. I mean, this is school level stuff यार. What are you doing?
Okay.
Okay, ये आप इंटरव्यू में बताएंगे तो सामने वाले हंसेंगे आपके ऊपर.
Yeah.
And I think this is what we are not able to tell our children is that you can use Arduino to do many things. There are 20 alternatives of Arduino already there in the market. Even if
Yeah.
you just went ahead and figured out and did one research work on 15 alternatives for Arduino, that carries much more value than actually doing an experiment on Arduino. Okay,
Yeah.
so what we really want to do is have that conversation with them to make sure that they are understanding how to put up their research work, how to design a prototype. For example, I'll give you one example, right? Okay, all of us are wearing specs. Most of us wear specs. Some people will have aged people who are having audiometry and done, or perimetry done on your eyes. Today we spend about 2,500 to 3,000 rupees to get perimetry and audiometry done. Okay.
Yes.
You go to a lab. You know what do they get? What do they get you to do? They throw signals on the screen from different sides, and you're supposed to press a button.
Yes.
Because this can be done for free on your cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You are whole day hearing things on audio. Can't you do your audiometry right then and there? If you can get your pulse and you can get your blood pressure from the watch, why can't you do audiometry and perimetry? The entire medical fraternity has so many things which can be just made in India, made for India, and made at small scale. So we just want them to think that way. And this is not going to change in one hackathon. When we will present the idea database, that's when they will realize, I could have done this. And if that reaches the student, the quality of the project becomes better. Again, I don't deny that you have your college submission to make. I'm not saying that a college submission is supreme and don't do that. I'm saying do your college submission, but you can make a version of your college submission, which is a better quality one, and get it certified from outside. It will carry much more value. And say, if you are really interested, do 2-3 more smaller projects. Doing a research paper work doesn't require ages. You can do it in 15 hours. You can probably do it in 8 hours if you are smart enough. Because we've overcomplicated the whole process of making a research paper. Likewise, prototype design. It's something you can very easily, 3-4 of you can put together, make it happen. Problem is people don't realize where to do the prototype design. Every single product that is there in the market today, in your house, needs a redesign. And it has a commercial market because it is established. Think about a microwave.
Yes.
What do you really use in a microwave? When is the last time where you use such a big utensil inside a microwave?
Oh, yeah.
Kitchens have become smaller. You need microwaves. You need micro dishwashers. Everything in the house has an opportunity for a redesign.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to be able to tell these students is just come and attend this hackathon. Attend these 3 lectures. If you can attend them, you will understand what to do. And then you can go ahead and build something out and get things done. Okay, I don't know what's this sheet going on where we are passing on a form. Purti, is this us? Yeah, I think this attendance business can happen later. My recommendation is let's get into this a little later. This is just distracting us for no reason. Please respect the time that we are spending here with you guys. Okay. You can do this attendance system later. Don't do this program for attendance sake. If you are doing it for attendance sake, I would really recommend please don't go ahead and attend this program. I'm being stern on this point because we are spending time from our side to make sure you guys get better. Okay, don't make it like an academic exercise to show off that you got attendance. That's not what we are here for. Okay. All of these things can happen later. Let's go ahead and get to the questions here. There's a question from Atharva. How should we, you can just talk here.
Sir,
Yes, Atharva.
I have a question right now. How
Okay.
will the further sessions will be conducted and how the training, you said that training sessions will be conducted. So how the training will be executed? Like,
Good question.
will it be
Yeah.
on Zoom or the section will be provided?
Yeah, so we will be conducting the session pretty much like this only. The 3 sessions we will conduct will be virtual in nature. Okay. They will be like this.
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
I'll tell you the exact reason for the same. You all need to understand this. Okay? To get a lecturer and come to your college and actually talk to students is a cost. Okay.
Yes.
Today, colleges are
Yes,
not
that's
willing to
what
spend
I
that.
want to ask.
Sorry, yeah. Today, colleges are not in a position to spend that. Okay. Neither are students able to. That's why what we are trying to do, exactly how the government of India has also approached it, is that we are trying to make sure that online resources are available. Because it's not that you are in Bombay, you know, there are many colleges who are very far away. So we're trying to provide these lectures live, but online. And take the advantage of technology to ensure that the message reaches everybody. Yes, its effectiveness falls a little, but what you can do is when you organize the hackathon, I would recommend get one room in your college, which is easy to get, put up a projector with a good speaker system, make sure that there's a principal or some senior teacher who comes to inaugurate, or at least there's a Deep Prajalan or something just to inaugurate the session, and have 50, 60 students interested there. Others can watch it on the YouTube link. We will send you the links for the same. But what we want them to do is attend this, register on Innovation Hub, and then when they can take 48 hours to sit in that room or any other place, build their project and submit it to PROJECTATHON. If you are able to go ahead and put up this for certification, the quality and the value of your college increases. Just understand this point. Industry is searching for boys and girls who know IoT. They are not searching for people who know C programming. When you do a project in IoT and you are on Innovation Hub, industry can see here is a college who has 20 students who have done a project on IoT, and it is a 4-star project. That's when the requirement comes to. Take the case of gaming. A lot of gamification is happening today globally. Every process of training is being converted into a gamification. If we are able to go ahead and create games and put them up, trust me, corporates are searching for gaming capability. They are not looking for whether you know animation. It's just the vocabulary which has to change and the presentation that has to change. And there's a lot more possible. So if you put it up for certification onto this platform and industry panel goes ahead and certifies it, your ability to go ahead and get value for it is possible. Any other question? Yes, Aryan, once again.
No, sir.
Yeah,
Farhan,
as
had a
you
question?
said, yeah, as you said, we'll be having the hackathon on 25th this month. So
Yeah.
I want to know what are the particular timings of the sessions, because we will have to do our planning.
Good question. Yeah. So the hackathon will happen at 10:30 in the morning, and 10:30 we will start our lectures until 12:30 we will continue the 3 lectures. So I would recommend that you guys go ahead and get everybody into wherever you need to get them ready between 10 and 10:30, and then the live streaming of the lecture will happen. Okay, you can put it up on a projector and you can have people hearing it. Link is also available for everybody. They can also do it. But the core activity that needs to happen before that is making sure that the fact that this hackathon is happening in our college and it is happening on this date is known to everybody. And that's the concept selling you need to go ahead and do to the children. Is that, guys, it is valuable to be on Innovation Hub. It's a network for this work. And it is even more valuable to get your college project evaluated, third party. So join this. It's free for everybody. Only if you go for evaluation. That is, if you think, yeah, mera project acha hai, mere ko evaluation karana hai, then you need to pay a subscription fee of 799. But else, you can go ahead and you can attend this session, learn from it, and at least better your work and create your profile.
Okay, so after the sessions are over till 12:30, then what do they need to do for the
then
next
they can sit
48
there
hours?
and they can in that room only continue to build their project work together, or they could go back home, they could do whatever. They will have 48 hours time till Monday evening to go ahead and submit their finale. The ones who have subscribed to the program are the ones who will go ahead and be evaluated by a third party in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and a certificate will be issued to them. There'll be some Q&A, there'll be a certificate and all those kind of things. And then there is going to be the next stage where we are going to have a finale. So at the moment, the important thing for all of you to note is that we are doing two things. We are selling this entire concept to our student community, ensuring that this hackathon happens as an event. This is task 1 and task 2. Task 3 is basically where you will be asked to go and meet industry veterans and get them to come to your college and reward or give the certificate out to the children who have won and give the internship certificate to you guys. That is where we are trying to organize a meet of the principal and the industry. Once these two things happen, there's a permanent connect which happens for the future. So your TPOs try to get companies to come, but TPOs don't have relationships with industry. So the task that we are trying to do is have you do a reach out to the industry and get them that day. And hopefully when it can happen in the presence of industry, you can imagine what more is possible.
Correct.
Hello, sir. This is
Yes.
Janvi Mehta from AP Shah.
Yes.
Sir, we all know that being an entrepreneur, we all know that making things like if I'm making something service-based company, I'm a technical student, right? Making things is easy, but selling it to the market is hard, right? So if I'm just approaching students in my college to get into this hackathon, it might be easy, little bit easy to get them into this hackathon, but to convince them, if they are like we just made this thing, but how to sell? Because being a technical mindset, as you said, technical mindset is different and being a technical student is different. They don't actually give value to marketing and skills and selling skills. So how to convince them that you can do that?
See, that's exactly why I started today's session, because you are also all students and representing students, right? Why am I starting with showing you photos of people who are not technical, so-called, right? See, let's understand. We all understand it is necessary that we have to have the skill of being able to sell ourselves and sell our concept. I don't think there's a question to it. It's just that we've got into this mindset of an odd type, technical means something. So how do you explain them? Well, you are able to explain them. Try all the materials I have given you. This recording will be available. You can do your own talking and explain things to them. Give them examples I have given you. But if they don't even get convinced, at least let's understand three aspects very well. Any entrepreneurship venture needs a CTO, needs a CSO, a sales guy, a technology guy, and an R&D guy. Okay. You can be an entrepreneur being a CTO also. You can be an entrepreneur being a researcher also. Take the case of Yahoo and Google. All the owners of Yahoo and Google are entrepreneurs. Yes, they are. Are they by any chance people who are selling guys? No, they're not salesy. But what have they done? They have picked up that 1/3 of the problem I will solve. So what we need to tell the children is that, guys, we are not telling you to learn how to sell. What we are telling you is that if you're good at research, do research properly. If you're good at prototyping, do prototyping properly. If you are into startup mode, do startup mode properly. But do it well. So this entire hackathon, that's why it has 3 tracks: researchathon, designathon, project, and ideathon. Ideathon and all is salesy in nature, that is startup types. Researchathon, how do you make a good quality research work so that it can be used by a startup or maybe used by a company? So if you are just very good at researching, you can create a company of your own, just doing research work. If you are very good at prototyping, you can just become a product company. We just keep creating product for others. So there is opportunity in all 3 areas. That's why if somebody by aptitude doesn't want to get into the selling mode, okay, that's fine. But you will have to get entrepreneurial at some point, or you will have to talk about what you have built. So in order to talk about what you have built, you will at least know how to express. To express that, you need to know how to represent your research. You need to know how to present your prototype. You need to know how to put your startup idea. So I think you can probably just let's not tell them learn how to sell, but at least make your material sellable. So participate in the researchathon, in the prototype, in the designathon, as also in the ideas. I don't know how much it convinces, but I'm just giving you more points so that it helps the children.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, there are some questions in the chat.
I'm just taking them up. Example, boat company launch existing. So can you just say it out, Athar? It will be so much more easier. Na? It'll be
And
faster.
2 more before Athar also, sir.
Okay.
From
I think
Keshav
Farhan
and
had
Vedant.
something. Yeah. Vedant,
Yes, sir. I've
say
asked
it out.
my side.
Go ahead, tell me.
Sir, no more doubts, sir. All clear.
Okay. Okay, Vedant, anything that you had? What resources you will be getting for concept selling? Yes. So there is a lot of YouTube links that we'll be sending you of the digital collateral we have created. There are some posters and banners that we will be sending out to you. And those are things that you can go ahead and use or reuse. You can also create some of your own in order to make sure that this hackathon of your college kind of does well. In fact, when you will register into Innovation Hub, which is what I will recommend all of you, that go ahead and now register on Innovation Hub. And Purti, if you can put that link up, that will be helpful. You can create your own profile as a student. And when you create your own profile as a student, you will be able to access things out over there. On that platform, you will get to see a bunch of opportunities where you can go ahead and look at the ideas. You can go ahead and look at the lectures. You can go ahead and see how a project gets created. And that will give you a better idea. And you can take snapshots of the same and use it as collateral. Okay, we had this question about boat company has launched its existing product in competition with different approach towards their execution and for market gap. And it's like, okay, I didn't really understand the question, but anyways, any other one has another question?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Myself, Nikam. I just posted the question. I'm asking that the projectathon is all about the innovative project, or it's about the also the innovation in the execution of the existing product, which can also increase.
Anything.
Okay.
It is about research also. It is also about prototypes. It is also about new designs, new approaches, anything and everything.
Yes. Because my doubt was no one means everyone can't do innovation. Anyone can be expert in the strategic planning or smart execution. Like in automobile industry, we see the cell toss. We should having the existing specification, exact specification as of the old Creta, but it sold its product using this different body design, different approach.
Correct. So I think all of that is invited. You can definitely do that. You will then just go ahead and put it up as a research paper saying that, hey, I have studied the following, and I am recommending this can be done in certain places. It's on you how you pick up yourself.
Okay, thank you, sir. Because everyone hesitates that no one can, means everyone can't do innovation. So everyone hesitates to participate in some such kind of hackathon, that everyone comes under the pressure that how can I innovate such things?
Yeah, even if but that's let's understand that innovation actually everyone can, but okay, let's assume for a moment everybody cannot or they are hesitant. That's the hesitancy that you have to remove.
Yeah.
When you are doing your project work, aren't you innovating? You are. When you are going ahead and doing your research work or a prototype as a part of your college project, you are. So what we want you guys to do is to be able to sit down and run some activities so that these children can understand the importance of being part of the hackathon. And like I said, the goal is pretty simple, is that we want maximum students to attend the hackathon, especially the first 3 lectures, so that when they are able to attend that, they are able to go ahead and understand the value of creating one. And then they can use the rest of the time to create and file one, because there is value in getting that third-party certification.
Right.
Sir, as you said, the 25th will be the next session will be conducted, but at the current time, many colleges are having their semesters. So approaching a lot of students will be hard at this time, because approaching at the time of examination is not easy. So that will be a lot bigger problem.
Okay, so at the moment, is there any college which is having an examination on 25th and 26th?
We are having on 27th.
Having their examination from 20th of semester.
Okay, fine. So in that case, sorry, which college is this? Are all of them having the same thing, or they all have a different date?
We have our exams on 27th.
Boss, I'm not able to recognize who you are. So you have to tell me your college name.
Faculties could just
not particularly 25th, but the exam dates are nearer to that.
See, exam dates are going to come and go. That's there. If you all think as a team that you want a different date on which you want
understand that, but many are there who are not in this meeting. So
totally agree. So what you can do is that if as a team you all think, and as a team between you guys you think that we should take a different date to make this more successful, please recommend to us.
Okay, sir.
Okay. On 25th, we are going to be having a hackathon already there. okay, which will be organized for some of the colleges. If all colleges come back and tell us that, hey, we can't do it on 25th, we probably need a different date, we can try and work it out on that date as well. But the reason we chose 25th was that we thought that we will want to review once with you guys on 18th. That is the next session on how your progress is going on. And then give you another week so that by 25th, you can organize your final event. If you think you all can actually land up doing your event on 18th and 19th itself, or maybe 17th, 18th itself, we are absolutely okay. So for that, I would recommend that the college team, you all have got a WhatsApp group that has been created for all of you. Purti ma'am has created an WhatsApp group for all of you. In your group, you can go ahead and you can let us know what is your final date when you want to have it. But there are limited dates that we have available. So we'll have to just think through and then tell you the option. For 25th, we are organizing for many colleges because the lecture will happen centrally across all colleges. So 25th, it will be there. If you think you all want to do it on 18th, that is the next Saturday, we can probably accommodate that request. So 18th and 25th, we can go ahead and accommodate that. It's your call. Can you go ahead and do it as quickly? And you can promote your event as quickly in 1 week's time.
Sir, one question was not answered. The participants will be in groups or individuals?
Okay. Participants can be individuals or it could be groups. So if you go into the Innovation Hub platform, when you log in there and you will see over there that you can create a team. Okay. And you can also go ahead and participate through that, and you can also participate as an individual. The subscription fee is for per individual because one individual can do multiple projects. So you can go ahead as a team, and all those people who are as a team can go ahead and create the project, and the certification will be given out to the people who have become part of that team. I thought there would be more questions around the same. Any other teams, any other college teams that want to ask something? Few students have their GATE exam
as an
today.
engineering student, we should look for bigger problems of the society. So, is patenting the research papers is a good idea, or is it not okay for?
See, patenting is something which is needed for very high-end research papers, okay, or for some very, very big type of a technology that you're creating. Everything को patent करके कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. Okay, because you need to understand the process of patenting. Okay, patent means what? You are saying that I have done ABCD, and anybody who copies this or uses this has to pay me a royalty. This is what you want to do through patenting. Now, tell me one thing. How will you find out who is copying your idea in the world? कैसे पता लगाओगे? सारा दिन ढूंढते रहोगे क्या नेट पे? Secondly, पेटेंट फाइल करने के बाद पेटेंट का अगर कोई वायलेशन आता है, तो उसका एक लीगल केस करना पड़ेगा ना किसी पे. केस करने के लिए पैसे हैं. तो प्रॉब्लम पेटेंटिंग के साथ ये है, it is over evaluated. This patenting and all these things, you can't even fight a case. You need a lawyer for it. A lawyer will charge you a bomb of a fees. Yeah, so understand this. Some of these things are for a different level altogether. Let's not get too bothered about it. Yes, if you can, it is very nice. Nothing wrong in it. But we are right now struggling with much basic stuff. We are struggling with creating better quality research. A lot of people go to Wikipedia, copy it and say it's research. It's not research, Baba. So I think some of these things have to be told to them. Likewise on prototyping, likewise on the startup idea. It says, any other college students, teams who have not yet asked a question or two, please don't feel inhibited. I will need you guys on camera from next week onwards as a team. If we cannot go ahead and have that session, it will become very complicated to conduct this internship. So I would seriously recommend that the teachers as also the students, please go ahead and have your questions are coming in. It just makes us know that you guys exist. Okay, I'll quickly go into just telling you and sharing out with you what does the platform look like and what we are expecting from you in the coming week. Okay, so first and foremost, what we want you to do is here, quickly understand these points. We want you to go ahead and create a marketing plan. We want you to go ahead and create some collaterals. we want you to go ahead and plan out the event, and we want you to go ahead and sell to the students. Okay. Now, selling can only happen in 3 or 4 ways. You can sell a lot of digital materials, but the only way selling will happen is if you go at class to class as teams and put up the program and put up the poster in every class. So, like I said, it's an entrepreneurship development, skill development internship. There will be materials provided to you, but you might have to take prints and put them up in your classrooms and make sure that students register. For that, you might have to go class to class to explain, or put up a help desk, or go ahead and actually meet students or the influencing students in every class, maybe appoint some monitor people in every class. But that's the only way you can land up getting that many registrations. We will be counting your target achievement by the total number of Innovation Hub platform registration. The number of students you reach out to, you have to tell them register on Innovation Hub. And it's a free registration. So anybody and everybody can register and create his profile there and take advantage of all the data that is there. So tell students, just register on Innovation Hub and be part of that day's hackathon. These are the 2 messages you have to tell everybody. Okay, I'm repeating again. Teachers and students, you have to recommend to them to register on Innovation Hub and create their profile and be part of that hackathon. These are the 2 main deliverables that you should do. The more you do, the higher is your chance of getting at least 50 students to go ahead and apply for certification and then be part of the overall competition. So this should be the core goal that we have to be chasing. Now, what can you do? I would recommend that very strongly, please go ahead and select a leader and a co-leader in your team. Teachers, if you are there on the session, please make sure that every college team has a leader and a co-leader appointed so that we are clear. Typically take the senior folks so that we are clear who are the ones running the activity, who are the ones calling the shots. As the entire 6 to 12 team members will start to disappear. You can add some more people up to 12 in your team. So if some of you have 6 people, you can add 6 more people from the younger classes. Okay, make the team of 12. Make some committees, make a sales team, make a marketing team, event team, and a guest in charge team. Second, and most important, make sure you are meeting daily on a common location. So probably find out a place in the college where you can catch up every day and ensure that you are planning this event and meeting every day to review your progress and the next steps. Okay. You have an internal communication WhatsApp group. There is on the platform, there's a place to upload all the snaps and the activities you are doing every single day, because the certification of internship will be given to the people who can show their participation. So if you are making a sales call, you are talking to children, you're going into class and talking, take a photo of it. If you have developed some collateral, send it over to us. So there is a platform where there's a place where you can put up your details. If you do that, you will end up finding that we will know that you have worked on things. When we have the next meeting, please all of you be together and we can join from one room so we can have a chat. You can also create a behind the scenes movie. And like I said, don't forget the goal is 51 subscribers. 51 plus subscribers. That's when the cash prize and the best intern opportunity opens up for all of you. Any other questions?
Yeah, sir. There are 1 or 2 in the chat box.
Yeah, please tell me.
For group project evaluation, all group student needs to pay fees individually, right?
Yes. So so basically, let's say if me, Purti, and I'm assuming Varad, 3 of us are in the team, and I decide I am not going to pay, but Varad and Purti are going to pay and put up the project. So on the platform, only Varad and Purti will be seen. So therefore, certificate will only be given to Varad and Purti. Yeah, if Saurabh comes into it, then he also becomes a recipient of the certificate. So we are in. The reason we are keeping an individual based fees is because we want individual contributions. And we want to make sure that the individual's profile stands out. So say Varad does 4 projects, one is a startup idea on his own, one he does as a research project, and one he does a prototype project. His resume will start having more value. And that's what we're trying to encourage. Do project work, get it certified to improve the value of your resume. Any other question? Okay, I think Samir had a question. First year semester exams are there. They will be there because because of COVID, everything has got smushed up. But find out a way. I think everybody can spare time to understand what is happening. Take your call. I will leave it to your team's call. You can decide a date. But I would really recommend first select who is your leader and co-leader. That is very necessary. The faster you do it, you will start finding activity happening more systematically. I'm sharing with you the snapshots of the platform just so that you know. The moment this session gets over, please go ahead and log in to this platform. Okay. The Innovation Hub platform basically has got the following abilities. You can go ahead and register as an innovator. Since you're a student, please go as an innovator. As a teacher, you can register as an expert. There's a place to create a profile. This is very much like LinkedIn. Go ahead and create your profile, add all your details. The richer your profile, the better are your chances for future leverage. There is a place where you can go ahead and have your projects added. You can select a domain, add your projects. Okay. There's a place where you can define your own milestones. Okay. Against every milestone, there are certain submissions you can make. There is a place where you can make submissions. You can appoint and invite people who are in your projects. Every project can have a leader and a co-lead and a faculty. You can make announcements to the rest of the network around when you have achieved a milestone on your project work. Everyone can then see your project work. There is an expert rating which will be given by your evaluators. They will give you a TRL or a IRL rating. They will also give you some star rating for the individual effort you have made.
Saurabh sir, just a moment. Your screen, the snapshots are not visible.
Okay, just a moment. I will just put that up again.
Yes, now it is.
Is it available now? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Yeah. So like I said, there is this entire screen for login. You can log in like an innovator. As a teacher, you can log in like as an expert. You can create your own profile. Here is where you can see all the profile elements that are there, pretty much like a LinkedIn login. Fill it up as much as possible. There's a place where you can add your own projects, create your own project title, put it up. And till here, you can put your own project up. Nobody's stopping you. Only when you want to get evaluated, you need to pay a fees. Okay, that is 799, like I've told you. There are places where you can define milestones. Against milestones, you can go ahead and upload all the work that you are doing. All this digital submission will be reviewed by your evaluators to give you the scores. There's a place where you can go ahead and add your team members. You can always see those team members in your college. Then there's a place where you can go ahead and announce what you have done to the rest of the network, because there are many colleges and industries participating on this. There's a place where your evaluator evaluates you. So they will send you questions. They will give you, you have to give answers. You can go ahead and get a TRL or an IRL rating for the same. And obviously there'll be a certificate. The certificate will carry the TRL rating of your work or an IRL rating of your work. It will carry an individual performance rating because there'll be Q&A done for you, and there'll be a team performance rating. Okay, so sometimes an individual might perform really well, the team may not, and your TRL rating can be high. So this certificate is what is going to be issued by industry. There's a place where you can see training modules. There's a place where you can go and see, you can put your own videos up, all your pictures and videos. There's a place where you can go ahead and look at all the ideas that are there, sector-wise. So these are all the agriculture, automotive, BFSI, chemical, dairy, defense, education. Every sector, there are at least 5 to 7 idea arenas. You can look at all of them. And then there are these places where you can attend these sessions. There are 1 minute, 2 minute videos around every single idea. So you can pick ideas from here also if you want. Okay. So this is in a nutshell, the way the platform is. So I would strongly recommend, like I said, go ahead and quickly register yourself on Innovation Hub. The entire thing is free. You have to also ask your team members to do the same. Create your sales marketing plan and go ahead and get ready for the same. Lastly, if any of you want to go ahead as a team, have a common session with us. Okay, please reach out to Purti ma'am on your WhatsApp group, and we can go ahead and have a session with your team.